Hey, what's up? I'm Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to react to my most anticipated reads of 2022, and we're gonna figure out if I actually ended up reading any of them. I feel like this is not going to work out well for me. I feel like I didn't get to a lot of these, even if I had the good intention of getting to them. I'm also going to react to my backlog TBR because I feel like maybe I read some of those too, but both of them were my anticipated reads. So I have 4 categories for this: books that I read and liked, books that I read and hated, books that are unread and still on my TBR, and books that are unread and I just don't care. The books that I'm mentioning in this video are going to be January releases because it's already January 2022. Like, we need to keep it moving. Though there are some books from January that I am anticipating release from. Let's see. Okay, so we have the January releases, but I'm pretty sure I posted this at the end of the month for January, so like kind of the equivalent of the day that I'm posting this is when I posted it last year. So like, yeah, it was at the end of the month, so I kind of get why I decided not to go forth. Once again, I'm wearing braids. We love winter braids, okay? Exactly. We have Weather Girl. That is unread, and I don't know if I care. I can't remember. I remember the cover of this because I'm pretty sure it was just like a figure standing there and then had an umbrella, but I can't remember like what this was supposed to be about. Was it like a newsroom romance or something? Bad Luck Bridesmaid. I read this, hated it. I was with it for like half a second, but then the ending just ruined it for me, and I think by the end of it I was just like, ugh. Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Did I read this? I think it's unread, but I think it's still on my TBR. The Red Palace. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what that is. That is unread. I don't think it's that I don't care, I just don't remember. What is the Red Palace? Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. Elle Kennedy is an author that I only just became familiar with. I heard this was shit, so I just lost interest in reading it. Next up is Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. I think it's not on my TBR. I think I took that off of my TBR. I think I did. I think I remember, because I cleared out my TBR before the new year, or I attempted to. And I'm pretty sure I took that off. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. Oh my god, first of all, can we talk about a stunning cover? Okay, that is a stunning cover. Did I read this? No. But it's still on my TBR. Savvy Sheldon Feels Good as Hell by Taj McCoy. I think it's still on my TBR at least. Aunties in a Wedding by Jessie Sutanto. I listened to the audiobook for Dial A for Aunties and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of funny and read it, hated it. I DNF'd this actually because I could not believe it read like a YA, maybe even dare say. It was just not good. It was no. Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy and Lynn. Our main protagonist's mother has passed away. Wait a second, this was actually one of the books that I wanted to get. Hear me out. I would not have read this in 2022, but this was one of the books, one of the hardcovers that I wanted to get for the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale, but no, I didn't get it because it was sold out. By Holly Black. This one is going to deal with magic and shadows, and yeah. I actually pre-ordered this book. I heard that this was just so bad. Like so bad. And so I just returned it right away. It is high school, so YA. A celeb enrolls into this girl's high school. The girl wants him to be in her movie. So obviously they're going to be spending time together. This is the one that was inspired by the author. She went to the high school that Tom Holland had to go to for when he was like about to do Spider-Man. They were like, why don't you go to an actual high school and see what it's like for a day? So he like went undercover and was at her school, and that's why I went to read it. You all know I love Tom Holland, so like let's not be shocked. American Royalty. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for this book because it is. Read it. I hated it. It was not what I thought it was going to be. No. By Katie Zhao. This one is set in high school. It's enemies to love. I have no idea what this is, but I'm pretty sure it's not on my TBR anymore, so I don't think I care. Babel by Babel Huang. I didn't read this either, but it is on my TBR still. Oh my gosh, I feel like the whole video I only read like 2 books and I hated both of them. This is where I win 1 point back because I put a more releases thing on here. Okay, you see. And I said, dating Dr. Dill. And I did read that. I did. And I liked it. I think I must have found those like after I did this video and I was like, okay, let me just add it to the side. But Dating Dr. Dill, I did read that and I did like it. So I think is that the first and only one that I liked? That wasn't even one that was originally in my list. I added that later. Oh my gosh. Let's watch my backlog TBR and see what happens, and then we'll total up and see if I actually am able to read things that I put in my TBRs or not. Next up we have the Atlas 6. I do not know much about this, but I still have not read that. But I did buy the I did buy the hardcover of it because I said if I'm gonna annotate one, I would rather do this one than the super rare first copy edition print of it. You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen Ann McManus. This is I read that and I hated it. So, Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I know nothing. We finally have another one that I read and I liked. Actually, I loved. I'm obsessed. Why do I want to say Bad Girl? A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I loved this. Mwah. It was so good. I have a reading vlog on it. You have to watch. It was a good time. I can't help it. I loved it, okay? It's City by Fonda Lee. This has been on my TBR for a very long time. And you know what? I feel like I kind of was not in my fantasy era in 2022. Maybe 2023 will revive that. Kingdom of the Curse by Carrie Maniscalco. Read it, hated it. I guess that's all we could say. It's so sad because that's a signed copy. Like, oh my god. Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. So sci-fi is not my thing. And it continues to not be my thing because I read it and I hated it. And I officially dropped the series. Just like I officially dropped Kingdom of the Curse or whatever their series is called. I dropped it, so. Ace of Spades. I read the first chapter and I pretty much just tapped out after that. I still have not finished that book. I don't know why. I have no explanation. It was a gift from my best friend, Firekeeper's Daughter. The cover is really beautiful. It's still in my TBR. I still have that copy that my best friend got me last year. Not last year. Oh my gosh, last year. But like the year before that, 2021. Still love it. Still plan on reading it. It's just not today. I have one last stop by Casey McQuiston. I still have the receipt from when I bought this. I forgot I owned this book, to be quite honest with you. I really wanted to see what Casey McQuiston was about and to just kind of get in on that train, you know, see what it's about. But no, I haven't read this yet, but I think it's still in my TBR and I actually physically own it. So I feel like eventually one day I will get around to this book. It's just not probably gonna be anytime soon. Like maybe if I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna read this. I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna see what's happening. Maybe I'll get the audiobook for it or something. I don't know, but wow, kind of forgot about that. Okay. Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This year, we are finishing the Poppy War series. I do not care. We are finishing it. If I have to cry through the whole process, we will finish it. Oh my god. Okay, so then I had an extended list. So let's go through here. Legendborn. It's still on my TBR. All Roads Lead Here. Still on my TBR. A Dowry of Blood, still on my TBR. Amari and the Night Brothers, still on my TBR. The Midnight Library, read it, hated it. 6 Crimson Cranes is still on my TBR. I did start it, but I didn't finish it, so oops. In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife. I think that's still on my TBR, pretty sure. Our Violent Ends. I think, oh no. I think I took that off of my TBR because I was just like, you know what? Even though I did finish the first book, I wasn't super motivated. Like, I only finished because I had an audiobook and I just let it play out. The Empress of Salt and Fortune. I don't know what that is. Is that the one with the rabbit on the cover? In that case, that is still on my TBR for sure. Ice Planet Barbarian. That is still on my TBR. I own that physically. The Spanish Love Deception. Oh my gosh, I started it. I don't know where to put that because I definitely put that. I mean, that's more like unfinished and still on my TBR. The Love Hypothesis, it's still on my TBR. I own it physically, but I just need to know. I just need to know what the hell y'all were reading. I just am too curious about it, even though my main struggle, and I think I've mentioned it, no, I don't think I mentioned it in this video, but I think I've mentioned it in vlogs before, but I hated Raylo. Hate that ship. Worst experience of my life, sitting through the movies and sitting through that. So when people started just driving home that this was Raylo fanfiction, but I still want to know what the hell you guys are talking about. I have to visualize not Raylo when I read that book, but I feel like that's gonna be hard because I feel like the cover already is against me. And then we have the Song of Achilles, which I actually did purchase that during the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. It was just right there in front of me and I was just like, you know what? Let's get it. I did not like Circe by, is this by Madeline Miller? I feel like that's the author. I did not like that book. It was boring. And even when I started liking it, I was just like, it just dragged and I just was like, oh my god, this is just... But that completes my recap of like my 2022 TBR, my most anticipated reads, my backlog. Did I read it? Majority of it, no. Majority of it I did not read. Some of it I completely forgot about. Some of it I started and just have not come back to it. Some of it, a lot more, I did read and hate. And then I did read some and like, and I think I had two. Still, 2022, it was more of a, hopefully, I will succeed at reading more of my anticipated reads of 2023 this year than last year. Let me know how you did reading any of your anticipated releases from last year. Was there one that notably disappointed you or that you ended up loving as much as you were anticipating it, like it did not let you down? As always, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, leave comments, and turn on alert. It always helps out the channel and lets me know which videos you are enjoying. And that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Dreams, baby.